It's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Tsh. Da 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 da. Di da di di da di di da 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 da. Di da di li da di li di da. Di da di li di da di li 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 da di da di di da di di da.
What's shaking, my bacons? That's too stupid, just cut that. Nobody asked for this video, but here it is. Why, you ask? Well, HuniePop 2 is coming, and I'm a big fan of HuniePop 1 and HoneyCam Studio. Secretly. Although, not secretly anymore. I just didn't know when was the right time to talk about it, I guess. And secondly, I just really wanted to make an entertainment/comedy style video because a lot of you guys have been asking for it. So, without further ado, unbuckle your seatbelts and strap on your strap-on, I guess, and prepare yourself for my opinions.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel.
Wait a minute. Green hair, huge rack, a goddess. She reminds me of someone, but I can't put my finger on it.
No human has ever known my embrace.
Again, looking pretty familiar, but just what is giving me this feeling of familiarity? Well, it's probably nothing. Oh, Celeste, how I would love to be you. I mean, be in that situation. Be a cool bounty hunter. Yeah. Celeste isn't terrible by any means. She has some cute designs and is overall nice and friendly. However, I don't really care for the way she speaks. It comes off as bland, and for a game that's as polished as it is, sometimes you can really tell Celeste's recording quality isn't on par with the rest of the cast, which is kind of a huge negative for an audiophile.
Well, I suppose you're not terribly hideous for a human.
Yucky mom with zero fashion sense who will open her legs as long as you open your wallet. Next! Okay, obviously she isn't all bad. Jessie is all about the money for the honeys and sex. It's her job.
How would you feel about your partner seeing other people on the side?
Sadly, her bad habits have driven her daughter away, and she genuinely misses her. The family-friendly side of Jessie is the one that I like, and I wish we could have seen more of. I really thought Kiana would rank higher for me. I wonder why. If only Aiko was real, then I'd finally have someone to play Hatoful boyfriend with. Nikki. I like her, but I feel like with a few changes she could have been in my top 3, and I'm sad she isn't. Nikki is exclusively a retro gamer, and definitely a racist. Against FPS.
I was afraid you were another one of these FPS bros.
I might be reading into it way too much, but I sometimes get the vibe that she's the type of person who would contribute to online console war bickering. Don't get me wrong, I love her awkwardness, and the way her dialogue is written feels realistic.
I'm so fucking hungry.
Unfortunately, this is one gamer girl I don't see myself bringing to arcades. What the f has this video become? Ah, Tiffany, I wanted to love you more. You're cute, you're responsible with your education, and you seem genuinely kind and good-hearted. But your priorities are just so weird. You hate your family, like, a little too much.
I'd be perfectly fine if I never saw my mom again.
And you're pretty close with Audrey, which, if you can be friends with her, that probably means you're doing some weird shit behind closed doors. I still love Tiffany. I mean, she did make it pretty far on my list, but she's just a little shy from being perfect in some regards. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Samine, how the f is Audrey number 4 on your list? Shouldn't she have been number 12 by your standards?
She's a mega bitch.
And you're absolutely right. I generally hate characters like Audrey. However, I've come to accept Audrey is one big meme wrapped up in a pretty Lolita package, and I do enjoy myself a good meme. She's got some of the most memorable dialogues because of how ridiculous everything she says is.
Did I hurt your whore feelings? Get at me if you want to make things crazy. I don't take no fucking bullshit from nobody. Because you can't just sit in your room all day.
And despite everything being ridiculous and over the top, her actress pulls it all off tremendously. Props. Okay, I have a major soft spot for the shy, gentle type of character, and Belly just fills that spot so well.
This is so embarrassing.
She's very soft-spoken, but also spiritual and open-minded. She's actually probably the only character I'd enjoy talking with all night long about anything. Plus, have you seen those gigantic hairstyles? No, seriously, I do love big and long hair, though. Belly may be number 3 on this tier list, but she's easily a number 1 in terms of realistic love interest for me. What can I say about Q that hasn't already been said? She's the mascot for a reason. There's something about Q's sass and ass that is impossible to hate. Because Q is always helping/bullying us along the way, we technically know her better than the rest of the cast. And still, I'm here thirsting for more.
Well, at least I know I don't have to teach you anything about that.
Her bully is a bullying of love, and I'm thankful for her lewd contributions to the Match 3 world. Wait a minute, okay, seriously, that is actually just Samine! That's it! I'm gonna copy strike this game. Just for that girl. Gonna copy strike 'em. Yo! Can we copy strike HuniePop for stealing Samine? Like right now?
Could you get the fuck out of my way?
So nobody likes talking about best girl Momo because 1, she's Samine and nobody knows who I am, so nobody talks about me. And 2...
I'm only 1 year old, in kid years.
When most people saw this, their immediate response was,
Ew, pedophilia in my anime game.
as they proceeded to romance her anyways. But if they knew anything about cats, they would know cats can go into heat long before they're even a year old.
Let's see how much you know about kitties.
Is that gross? I mean, duh, it's gross. I'm not into animal breeding. But my point is, Momo, who is a magical cat, is already of appropriate age of pussy pounding. She refers to you as Master.
Is there anything I can do for you, Master?
And is all around super cute, sweet, and loves spending time with you. This kitty is here to stay, brighten your day, and is always ready to play, play, play.
Thank you for treating me out, Master. Bye-bye.
But wait. If Momo is Samine, and I'm Samine, and this is a game about having sex, and people have sex with Momo, does that mean I've had sex?